everybody is like listening to music now, so it's not really anything crazy to be like, oh, I listen to music. But I feel like it's much more of a commitment thing to buy your music at this point. You know, some people like myself collect records. I have a nice little setup here and I really love it and it sounds incredible. Some people just build big setups to listen to lossless digital music, and that's whatever, but most people are listening to just phone in their car or like AirPods. So a lot of people aren't really considering like buying their music, I feel like, at this point. Like, no one's going on Quobuzz and buying every single FLAC for every album that comes out that they love. But what if there was a way that you could combine the purchasing of a physical good and a digital album, and you have to have both to do anything? And what if I told you they were right here? There's a few of them. I have a few of them.
Also, a very important and quick note, this product is provided by Review from Kit. I'm not being paid for these opinions, but I would like to. This is a Kit album. It's a tiny little like keychain that has a little computer chip and battery in it, and also a tiny little speaker in it. Now you may be thinking, tiny little speaker, does that mean it plays the music itself? And that's where you'd be 100% dead fucking wrong. How these work is you download their little app and then you place the Kit album up to your phone. It plays a supersonic high frequency noise that you just cannot hear. And using the app, it detects that and unlocks the album for you. So then you can listen to the album and download it to your phone. And it's pretty neato. And don't be fooled thinking it's just like the music itself, which can be the case for a couple of these, but these actually come with a lot of cool like digital extras. Like there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff you can view. There's a lot of like just photos you can view for some reason. It's a very interesting concept. It also unlocks, when you scan the album into your library, a little chat room where you can chat with other people who own albums from the same artist, which I think that's an accident waiting to happen.
And that's all well and good, but is the app experience worth using these?
Kinda. The app definitely takes a little bit to load. It definitely takes a few seconds, which is something that not a lot of apps do anymore, so maybe they can fix that in the technical department. The downloads are also really slow, and I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe they only have their servers in Korea at the moment, but it took Weezer a while to download, and that's only a 90 megabyte album on Kit. A lot of the cool features of a Kit album are really dependent on the artist themselves to actually want to take advantage of it, and the main case point I'm going to point to here is the Weezer set. The Weezer box set is, I'll be honest, not worth it. I think it's a cool little gimmick if you're like world's biggest Weezer incel fan, but for a normal person that just wants to listen to the Teal album, this is not the way to do it. And this isn't to discredit Kit album in any way, because the box set itself that it came in was very, very cool. But none of the things that are actually on the app seem like they're a worthwhile, like, oh, I need to go out and buy this set. All of the videos are just YouTube embeds. There's nothing like cool or crazy behind the scenes wise, and all of the images are just the same ones that are in the box. And they're not even like good, like cool images. It's just pink and blue pictures of the band. The chat room feature for the Weezer one is also incredibly boring. I've just been saying I'm wheezing it for the last while, and there's been like 2 other people in it the entire time. And we can also say the same thing about the Duran Duran cover album I have, which actually, funny enough, had no people in the chat room until I received mine and was the first message in it. And that's just how these American artists are currently using the Kit platform. It's not a great way, but the Duran Duran one at least has a cool like box set you can get. Let's talk about the real bread and butter, which is K-pop groups. I was also sent 17's FML, which stands for Fuck My Life in case you didn't know, and that mini album actually had a lot of cool stuff in it. And by a lot of cool stuff, of course I mean 26 individual pictures of all the members in this band. Which, to be fair, in this case makes sense. There's 13 members of this group, so that's about 2 pictures per boy. My favorite is Woozy.
Genuinely, what am I going to be doing with all these art cards? There's just a bunch of pictures of K-pop boys, and I don't know what to do with like any of them. Like, they're just all over the place. I think people sell them. I've seen people sell them on Twitter, but like, I don't really want to go through the effort of all that. Actually, hang on. I guess this is what you do with these, I don't know. And this is at least like a good box set. A collector will get some value out of this. They'll get these awesome little cards, I guess, and that's a nice little fun thing. They get the keychain. I like the keychain. It's very cute. But how does that compare to a CD box set, which I also have right here?
This is Itzy's Gold mini album on a nice little CD box set. I think it's important that we compare the Kid album to a real physical media release box set, just so we can actually see if we're getting any more value out of the Kid album, because Kid albums do usually run a little bit cheaper than like CD box sets and all that. So are we getting anything better here? And to be honest with this, you kind of are getting a better value for the retail price of like 26 bucks for this box set. You're gonna get the CD that's gonna last as long as it does until it like rots away, but you can always just back that up yourself. You get a poster, you get a bunch of little photo cards still, and a big photo book. You get a neat little like concert wristband too. It's a nice set, and you get a poster. What am I gonna do with this poster now?
And yeah, sure, that CD box set was really neat and cool and all that in a bag of chips. However, does it stand any weight against a vinyl box set?
This set definitely came with a lot less, but to be honest, it's a vinyl, so I'm not like too pressed about it. But it came with a very gorgeous like red peppermint looking vinyl. I think that's how it was advertised at least, but it looks very pretty. It also came with a nice big poster and also a slip mat, which you don't see very often, so it's a nice little surprise to have.
I think it all just really boils down to you should listen to music however you want. You shouldn't let me decide it for you. Just because I got sent these awesome Kid albums for free, thank you Kid, doesn't mean I'm gonna stop listening to my records. To be honest, I haven't really used these that much. They're an interesting thing to talk about, they're a cool conversation piece, but they're not really for everybody, I don't think. And that's an okay thing. There's a market for this kind of stuff. There's a market for goofy collector stuff. I mean, hell, NFTs did incredible. Let's not forget about that. Let's not forget how much money those stupid scams went for. But people will buy stuff like this, and I think hilariously one of the closest ways to equate this is to like an NFT. Like it doesn't make any sense to say that, but you buy this thing and then you can get access to digital thing. I don't know. I'm probably just being stupid.
Hi everybody, this is Jeannie from the Editing Bay, and I realize that this opinion is kind of a nothing burger and also, yes, very stupid. I think Kid albums are a really, really cool idea. The first time I saw it, it was someone shitting on it, and I was like, well, that seems a little bit unfair to say. So I did my research and I thought, this is actually a pretty neat idea. But overall, the app doesn't seem to have gotten much like improvements over the years at all. It's still using the same UI as like 2017, and I think they really need to have like an app overhaul to make this thing really work in America, to be honest. Overall, they're a very cool idea and a neat idea for collectors, but if they want to break through in America, they need to get some better artists than Snoop Dogg and Alanis Morissette. Overall, right now, I give this project like a B- or a C+, but we're getting somewhere. It's a great start. You just push a little bit harder, guys. I believe in you. I believe in you.
But I think that about wraps everything up I wanted to say for now about the Kid albums. We'll revisit these at a later date and talk more in depth about like the history and stuff, because I think the history is super cool. But thank you for coming by. We'll be back more with some more funny music content here very soon. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. I don't know how to end videos anymore. It's been so fucking long.